He just came to ask that? No way.
I am ready.
Okay, Ömer, say something. Perfect. That was very necessary for the videos.
Should I look in the camera or at you?
Both is fine, I guess. I'm
Okay.
at the same height, no? I guess camera is better.
Wow.
How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
So, as you're graduating this semester, I will be asking you 2 questions, or maybe 3, depending on your second answer. And one of these you already know, I told you before.
Yeah.
And that question is, what will you miss about Mercator when you graduate?
So the thing I will miss the most is definitely the community. I think Mercator is the most special place on this campus, and the people living here each year truly make it special. And I've met some of the nicest, most special people here, so I will definitely miss that a lot.
I miss the whole vibe, honestly, but the most would be the people here and the sense of community you get while living in Mercator, like feeling included and feeling loved by so many people, like that you know every day. So yeah.
What I'll miss about Mercator is the community, first of all, the Blue community that is very welcoming. I think we stand out on that. And I also miss Adila, who really helped me to integrate into the community. And I know I speak for many about that. And lastly, I'll also miss the events, mostly the events that are prepared by Mercator, because we're always prepared with full love, with enthusiasm, and the themed office hours.
What I'll miss about Mercator mainly is everywhere, like every time you walk through Mercator, you meet all the residents and everyone is like, it feels like you're walking through home because you know everyone, like everyone's good with each other. And I don't think even in other colleges, you'll have a place where everyone's a big family like we are here. Very welcoming. When I first came here, people I met like Irfan and Benji. Then Enes as well behind the camera. You can meet someone for 2 days in Mercator and it feels like you've been friends with them for ages, and that's a relaxing thing to have in a country far, far from home. So I think that feeling of like knowing you'll be accepted by everyone, I will not get anywhere else, and I'll miss that the most about living in Mercator when I'm not living in Mercator, because it's a bunch of cool people back there.
I think what I will miss most about the Mercator is it being the college. I think like that has best of both worlds, the fun, the great people, and also the more serious side. Like you know you can find like study buddies here, you can find the QSA where you can actually study, but of course you will never miss the fun out of it. Every event, like every other 2 weeks, or drinking nights with your friends and everything.
I think I will miss many things. Most of all, just this creative community that makes me be creative, that makes me want to participate in all these community activities. I will also miss the simple things, like sitting in the servery for many hours after lunch is over and just talking with my friends. I think these are all things that I can find nowhere else, really.
Like, this is a very first year thing for me. Just being able to enter the servery and not having to find a specific table to sit down at. Being in Mercator, you kind of had the liberty to go and sit down at some, like a different table maybe, and it would still be fine. You could still talk to people. So that kind of like community spirit that we had, that's one thing. And I think especially one thing that I'm really gonna miss is doing the chant. And also this thing where you look around and you look around for people and you ask them whether they want to chant and they give you the nod of approval and then you start the chant. I think that's something that I'm going to miss a lot.
What I'm gonna miss most about Mercator is the community, the friends I made here. I think it was completely the right choice to come here. I'm very happy I did. Things would be very different if I hadn't. So I live off campus currently, but of course still the connections are still there from Mercator. I still feel very tied to this place. So I guess that's what I'll miss most about Mercator, the people, the community.
So there's two things I'll miss. The first one is working for the CEO. I mean, everyone knows how much I liked working for the CEO, including my ex-colleagues and especially Adila. I know you're watching. And the second thing I'll miss is obviously the competitive nature Mercator has when it comes to college competitions like Arton, Fantastic Football. Really anything we participate in, we go there with the sole purpose of winning. And as a competitive person myself, I really adore that about Mercator.
What was the next question? I forgot.
I don't know, you tell me.
So then the next question is, what is your favorite memory of Mercator?
There are so many.
There's too many. There's way too many.
I need to say it's a difficult one to pick.
Yeah, it is. You can have some minutes.
Just because there's so many good memories that I've had.
I think for this one, I would have to pick the pep rally for Yak Olympics. Actually, during my first year, when I was a freshie, because I was still new to the campus and I was meeting new people every day. And during that pep rally, everyone was so friendly. We were all screaming Mercator's chant. We were all drinking and drawing up the t-shirts. And I think it was a really, really fun night.
Let's just say one of the best memories of Mercator was being in the Mercator movie this year.
Alright, you wee ball bag. Just where do you think you're going, laddie?
Godverdammit, you've got the worst timing. I should be somewhere else, expressing my love.
I don't think so, laddie. I'll slay you with me sword. You're looking a bit peely, Wally.
I think that was one experience that was so cool. It was such an amazing experience, and it's probably one of my top memories that I've had in Mercator. And other than that, I think it's all of those small things that you have as memories, you know. Again, winning Art on last year especially because the year before that we had lost. And also winning Art on this year as well, of course, you know.
Yeah.
That's a really difficult question to answer because there are so many amazing memories I've made in this place. I lived here for 3 years now, which is a long time. And any memory you make here is special, but I can illustrate some highlights.
Yeah, of course.
So definitely Art on every year is very nice. Especially in first year, I think that was one of my favorite ones because that was a time when we as freshies really were bonding with everyone else living here, and it was just really nice, and we formed a very tight community, so that was really nice. And yeah, as I said, I like...
Favorite memory of Mercator is when we won Arton this year.
I think my favorite memories, I guess I could catalog them into one thing, because then they all blend together.
Yeah.
When Max, my roommate, and I, in our second year, we stayed at roommates and we got the apartment on MA3.
Yeah.
Just having that living room, that common area,
Yeah.
it's a very useful thing because then you can have people over, you can do so much. And so all the nights we used to call it the sex apartment because my name is Sebastian and he was Max. So that's why it was the sex apartment. So basically my best memories are from the sex apartment.
That's crazy.
And all the things we did there.
That's a nice name.
Yeah.
Did it take a long time to find that?
To find what?
You find the name.
No, I don't know. I don't really know how it came about. It's just it was the Sebastian and Max apartment, and then someone, I guess, just shortened it to the sex apartment.
That's crazy.
And it was very funny because I guess in a way it was a bit ironic.
I think it probably has to be performing Art On for Battle of the Bands, which I did in second and third year, and both times it was such a good memory, especially winning this year. That was amazing.
I think my favorite memory is when I really made a first friend here. There was a time I was coming from Kaufland and I just had a crate of beer for no apparent reason, walk into my room, and I met Irfan and Adam, and we're just like, do you guys want to chill? Yeah, let's chill. And it's like a regular show moment where like that insignificant moment just created like a line of ridiculous events I never knew were gonna happen. And I think that being the progenitor event is like, yeah, it was the beginning of everything. And I think it's very hilarious, actually.
Winning fantastic football tournament in my last year. I mean, I think not just me, but me and Benji would both agree that this was really the highlight of our last year, because we went in our first year wanting to win it, but we failed to do so. But went in our second year wanting to win it and we failed to do so. And in our third year, before the game, a week before the tournament, me and Benji were like, yo, this is it. This is our last time to win it. So it's all or nothing. And we did. It wasn't easy, but it was definitely fun.
Just events on campus were so fun, but especially because most of my close friends, we became friends because one of the reasons was we were all living in Mercator. So our whole friend group is from Mercator in that way. So just, I think the most core memory was just with them, this one pep rally, I don't remember which exactly it was. And we draw, like we paint our t-shirts and everything, right? So our group has a name that we go by. I don't know if they would like if I expose it, so I'm not gonna. But we all had our t-shirts and we painted the logo that we have, the name that we go by, and everyone has that shirt. So it's a very core memory, and I think, just getting to do all of these, creating all of these memories with one of my closest friends, and all of us being friends because we lived in Mercator will definitely be like a legacy also in like my life, I guess, because
And lastly, before we close, do you have any last words you want to say to this college and future people?
Damn, I don't want to get too sentimental, but I want to thank Mercator. I want to thank Mercatorians. And I want to thank the Blue Spirit. Amen.
Let's go.
No worries.
Any closing words for Mercator and future classes?
Mercator, go Mercator.
Let's go.
just put a face of like me just like starting to cry over it. Last words for Mercator?
Next year, freshers will remain, new people will be coming in. So what is like maybe a sort of advice, a cool word? Like what is your
Wow.
thing? Oh, don't miss this out. You should definitely do this in this university before you leave. 3 things to do in construction university before you die.
Constructor. Before you die, enjoy your time.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, time will just slip away before you even realize it. So enjoy your time. Live the present, live in the present. And something I would also say to myself, stress less. Don't stress about the future and just be in the present and enjoy the moment because it'll not come back again. And it's when we want it once in your lifetime. So yeah, just enjoy.
Okay, so that's 10 minutes, 49
Hey
minutes.
Ennis, why are the police coming towards me?
I'm sorry, Enzi, I had to call the cops.
Oh no!
Any last words that you want to say to Mercator College before leaving?
If you feel... Okay, this is like general advice, not really, but like, if you feel like being like talking to someone and you're scared they just won't like you or something, skip that. Just yap. Just go to them, talk about nothing. You might end up being like best friends for the next couple years. I don't know.
That's very inspiring.
That's just my advice, bro.
I mean,
Just don't like see that motherfucker right there. I ain't even know him. I came up to him, said some random shit. We homies now.
you want to say hi to the camera?
Yeah,
go
you
ahead,
can
go
pull
ahead, of course. We're gonna play this in Merc.
What's up, what's up? Shout
Yes,
out Merc. Shout out Merc, shout out MZ.
We balling out here.
What a legend, we're gonna miss him. We're gonna miss him. What a guy.
I'll see y'all.
See you guys, thank you. Lastly, I want to ask you if you have any last words to Mercator before you leave. Maybe for future generations or just to your classmates or Mercator as a whole. What
That's
is your
a tough
closing
one.
statement? Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna split this. So my final words for future generations coming here. I don't know if you'll ever watch this video, who knows. But yeah, if you've just moved to Mercator, it's your first day or your first week, then what I can say is that you're very lucky to live here. For someone who's been living here for 3 years, you know, I wouldn't have been able to imagine how nice it was going to be to live here for so long and to make so many friends and enjoy living here so much. So yeah, buckle up, you have a crazy and very exciting journey ahead of you, and I hope you love Mercator just as much as I did. My friends, thank you for making this such a special time. I've truly never felt such community spirit in my life before. Mainly also because I have never lived in a college like this before, so yeah, but I would say it's definitely a very unique experience. So thank you for making my experience at Mercator so special. And my very final words to Mercator as a whole, which includes of my peers and Adila and everyone here, thank you for making it so special to live here, and I won't forget about it. And a part of me, part of my heart is always gonna stay blue.
Hello, Sebastian from Big Up News. We're in a town. Other trash cans might also be found. More attention.